This mysterious correspondence between the king of the state of Edessa and Jesus Christ is known to historians as the Gothenburg Papyrus. This apocryphal correspondence between Jesus and Abgar Ukkama, king of Edessa in eastern Syria, is first mentioned by the 4th century AD historian and theologian Eusebius. Eusebius claims to have found the letters in the archives of Edessa and literally translated them from Syriac into Greek. The first is a short letter from the king, in which he acknowledges the miraculous power of Jesus and asks him to come to Edessa to heal him of an illness and at the same time avoid the hostility of the Jews in his homeland. In his response, Jesus blesses Abgar for believing without seeing, but informs the king that he cannot come because he needs to fulfill his mission, which is to be crucified. However, after his ascension, Jesus will send his apostle to heal the king. This is the first instance of an apocryphal letter written in Jesus' name. Our earliest Gospels do not record Jesus writing anything, except for an episode in the apocryphal story of the woman caught in adultery, which appears in later manuscripts of the Gospel of John. The Gothenburg Papyrus is currently in the collection of the Gothenburg Municipal Library in Sweden. Researchers have dated the papyrus to the 6th to 7th centuries AD. Abgar V, also known as Abgar the Great or Abgar of Ukkama, was the king of Edessa, or Osroene in the local language, a small kingdom located in what is now southeastern Turkey and northern Syria. His reign is dated between approximately 4 BC and 50 AD. Abgar V, according to the historian Moses of Turin, was an Armenian king. Abgar V is best known for the legend of his correspondence with Jesus Christ, which made him one of the iconic figures in the early Christian tradition. Abgar V was born into a noble Osroene family, which predetermined his future as a ruler. His childhood and youth were spent in the conditions of political instability that were typical for the region. In 4 BC, Abgar ascended the throne of Osroene after the death of his predecessor. His reign was marked by attempts to strengthen the central authority and stabilize the internal situation in the country. Abgar V proved himself to be a skilled ruler and diplomat. He managed to establish relations with the Roman Empire and the Parthian kingdom, which ensured relative peace and prosperity for Osroene during this period. Its capital was the city of Edessa, modern-day Sanliurfa, which became an important cultural and commercial center. One of the most famous stories associated with Abgar V concerns his correspondence with Jesus Christ. According to legend, Abgar, who was suffering from an incurable disease, sent a letter to Jesus asking for help. In response, Jesus sent a letter promising healing and blessing. This legend became an important part of Christian tradition and contributed to the spread of Christianity in Osroene. And here is what Abgar V wrote to Jesus Christ. Abgar, governor of Edessa, to Jesus, the good physician who has appeared in the land of Jerusalem, greeting. I have heard stories about you and about your healings, which you performed without medicine or herbs. For it is said that you make the blind see and the lame walk, that you cleanse lepers and cast out unclean spirits and demons, and that you heal those who suffer lingering diseases and raise the dead. And having heard all this about you, I came to the conclusion that one of two things must be true. Either you are God and, having come down from heaven, do all these things, or you who do all these things are the Son of God. Therefore, I have written to you to ask if you will take the trouble to come to me and heal all the diseases from which I suffer. For I have heard that the Jews murmur against you and plot to harm you. But I have a very small but noble city, which is enough for both of us. And this is what Jesus Christ wrote to him in his reply. Blessed are you who have believed in me without seeing me. For it is written about me that those who have seen me will not believe in me, and that those who have not seen me will believe and be saved. But in connection with the fact that you wrote to me that I must come to you, it is necessary for me to fulfill here all for which I was sent, and after I have fulfilled them, thus ascend again to the one who sent me. But after I am ascended, I will send you one of my disciples to heal your illness and give life to you and your loved ones. According to legend, The disciple of Jesus sent to King Abgar V after Jesus' promise is called Thaddeus. The legend claims that Thaddeus came to Abgar after the ascension of Jesus and healed him of his illness. And after this miraculous healing, Abgar V wrote a letter to the Roman Emperor Tiberius. This is what the Armenian Heron informed the Emperor of Rome about. Abgar, King of Armenia, greets my lord Tiberius, Emperor of the Romans. I know that your majesty knows nothing, but as your friend, I would rather acquaint you with the facts in writing. The Jews who live in the cantons of Palestine have crucified Jesus. Jesus without sin, Jesus after so many good deeds, so many miracles performed for their benefit, even to the point of raising the dead. Be assured that this is not the work of a mere mortal, but of God. At the time when they crucified him, the sun darkened, the earth moved, shook. Jesus himself rose from the dead 3 days later and appeared to many. Now everywhere his name alone, pronounced by his disciples, works the greatest miracles. What happened to me is the most obvious proof of this. From now on, your august majesty knows what should be done in the future with regard to the Jewish people who committed this crime. Your majesty knows whether a command should not be issued throughout the universe to worship Christ as the true God. Safety and health. It is interesting that Abgar soon received a written answer from Tiberius, and this is what the Roman emperor wrote to him. Tiberius, Emperor of the Romans, greeting Abgar, King of the Armenians. Your kind letter has been read to me, and I wish you to receive my thanks. Although we have already heard several people relate these facts, Pilate has officially informed us of the miracles of Jesus. He confirmed to us that after his resurrection from the dead, many acknowledged him as God. Therefore, I myself also wanted to do what you propose. But since it is customary among the Romans not to acknowledge a God simply by order of the sovereign, but only after the confession has been discussed and considered by the full Senate, I proposed the matter to the Senate, and they rejected it with contempt, no doubt because they did not consider it first. But we commanded all to whom Jesus is suitable to receive him among the gods. We threatened with death anyone who would speak evil of the Christians. As for the Jewish people who dared to crucify Jesus, who, as I have heard, not only did not deserve the cross and death, but was worthy of honor, worthy of the adoration of people. When I am free from the war with rebellious Spain, I will study this matter and treat the Jews as they deserve. This was the unexpected reaction of the Roman Emperor Tiberius to the information about the miraculous deeds of our Lord Jesus Christ. I will add that King Abgar V played a key role in the spread of Christianity in his kingdom. Thanks to his support, Christianity received official recognition and began to spread throughout the region. Abgar also left a significant cultural legacy, contributing to the development of science, art, and architecture in Edessa. Abgar V, the king of Osroene, remains a significant figure in the history of early Christianity and Middle Eastern politics. His reign was marked by diplomatic successes, internal reforms, and support for Christianity, which left a significant mark on the history of the region.